I have prepared this YouTube video to help you use the Ladies Scroll master file, which has been designed to make preparing all the paperwork for the rounds of district ladies pennants. First thing we do is open the file. Then we have to set up a database of all the ladies playing at your club who may play pennants. We need to list their names down here in alphabetical order, their membership number and their grade. Now hopefully you will already have a list, an Excel list of that information, and if you have, it'll look something like this. These are just pretend names I'm using. Now to transfer the names from your list to the pennant teams, we just click on the first cell, hold down the left key and drag to the bottom. And then with the cursor inside the highlighted area, do a right click and a left click on copy. Then we go to pennant teams and we left click in there and do a right click, do a paste special and click on values. And that puts all the names in for you. Now we have to get the membership number and the grade. So we go to corresponding spot with the missing membership number, hold down the left key, drag to the bottom, cursor inside the area, do a right click, left click on copy, go to your pennant teams sheet, click in that cell there, directly opposite the first one, right click, paste special, values. Okay, and then we do the same with the gradings. Now hopefully Bowls New South Wales might have a listing in Excel format that you can use, which will make life a lot easier for you. Obviously you only have to do this once. Paste special, values. Okay, now if you've got a new bowler that's come into the club and you want to add them to your list, let's say their name is Jeff Graham. We need to find out exactly where it needs to go alphabetically. So it goes between the F and the H, Graham. So we left click on that, the row directly under where we want to put it, do a right click and do left click on insert, and we type the name in. Put in their registration number and their grading. Okay. Now, whatever information you have in your database here, you have to also have on your weekly records if you are going to use this facility. So it's a matter then of copying this information from here. Same as before, left click, hold down your left click, left key and drag, right click, left click on copy, and we come to weekly records and we left click, right click, paste special, values. Okay, and we've got to get the registration number. We go to pennant teams, registration number, same deal, left click, hold it down, drag to the bottom, cursor inside highlighted area, copy, copy, and then we go to weekly records and we put the registration number in there, paste special. Okay, now if you get a new bowler that comes to the club, the first thing you've got to do obviously is, as I've shown you, is find where it goes alphabetically in this list and put your information in. However, on the weekly record sheet, you put the new bowler at the bottom. So let's say it's Adams. Bill. And you put in their number here. And Adams Bill then has to go also into your pennants team. Adams, A-D-A-M-S, so that it go in the first column. So we click on there, left click, right click, left click on insert, type their name in there. And obviously we need to put the same number, which is 12312, 12312, 12312, and the grade, so I'll say a 4. Okay, now if you keep this information, if you are going to use the weekly records facility, and you keep this information exactly the same as the information on here, you won't run into any problems. If you do only put the name in here, and then when you update your weekly records, which I'll show you later, and you haven't got the name on here, it will show over here as a red number, and you'll know that that's the membership number that's missing. Okay, now once you've got your database set up, and you only have to do this part of the database if you're not going to do weekly records, just put their names, membership number and grade in. We then start to fill this sheet out, the Pennant team sheet out. Now, this sheet here drives all the information on your blank cards, your cards rear, your new results, your card stickers and your player list. You don't type any information on those at all. You're only using them for printing information, which this front sheet transfers the information automatically. Right, so the first thing you've got to do is type in your club name. Let's say it's Everlong. If you like, you can put the umpire's name in for the day. Okay, to put the date in, let's say it's the 4th of April, we just go 4/4, and it automatically puts the date in that format for you. Obviously, the first round will be round 1. Now, you put your grade numbers under here, grade 1, grade 2, 3-1, 3-2, if that's what you've got. It's simple to change them. You just, if you've only got one grade 3, you just put a 3 in there, and that's fixed it up. Side managers go under this line here. Say Mary Pet, and if you like, you can put her number there as well. And we do the same for the other side managers. Not necessary, but you can do that so they know who the side manager for the round is. Right, now the next piece of information we need to put in is whether the game is going to be away or at home. At the moment it's set up as away. If it is going to be played at home, you just type home in there, and it's that simple. Now to enter the names in these cells here, this is lead, second, third skip, as you can see. We do a double click on the cell and it goes yellow just like that, and then we start to type the names in. Well, I want to type Graham Meyer in there, so it's M-A-I, with the surname's always first. It's actually Meyer Graham, M-A-I, and you can see that's Meyer Allen. Well, that's no good. I don't want Allen, I want Graham. So I can either keep typing the whole name, or I can click on this arrow and select Meyer Graham. We go to the second, do a double left click, and it goes yellow, and we want to put Pigram in there, so I start typing P-I-G, and there it is, Pigram. This number here obviously is their membership number, which is automatically inserted for you. We go to the third, I want to put in Rogers Allen. Let's go Rogers, and there it is. The skip's going to be Roberts John, so we go R-O-B. Well, it's not Roberts Anthony. I can keep typing Roberts John if I wanted, but the easiest way is to drop the arrow down and select Roberts John. Right, for this lead, I've got Powder Francis. Double click, start typing P-O-W. There he is, he's in. We want Meyer Allen, so it's M-A-I. And there it is. The third one is Trevelyan Lee. So we go double click, it goes yellow, and we type T-R-E, and there it is. And the fourth one is Aaron Sheriff. Double click, and it's S-H-E, S-H-E for Aaron Sheriff. Now that's one complete side done. Obviously I could keep going and fill the rest in, but it's exactly the same deal. You've got facility here to change the section number, and the side, it'd be in numbers 1, 2 and 3, or it could be red and green, whatever you like, but that can be typed in there. Now, as I said, all this information that you've just typed on here has been automatically transferred to these sheets across here. The blank cards have already got the names in, so you don't have to write card names out on cards, and all the other information is relevant, come from the front sheet. Cards rear just need to be typed for the results, so you don't have to go through. Your results sheets have already got all the names, registration number and grading on it, ready to be printed out. Just click up here, File, Print, and there it is. They're done. Okay, then we go to card stickers. Now, when you print these out, they come out like they're just the names to go on the cards. I suggest, if you want to do it, you can cut this out. Just cut that block out and take a glue stick with you. And if the team that you're playing is using the scroll system and they've got the cards, this will fit exactly on the cards perfectly for you. Okay, now player list is just all the names that are playing for this round with their numbers, their name and their grade, which automatically gets transferred to that. We're going to use that later to update the weekly records sheet if you want to use that facility. You don't have to. You might only want to do the card stickers, the result sheets and the cards themselves. Now, the cards that you need, blank cards, measure 8.5 centimetres by 13.5 centimetres, and I will put some information here on notes, just here on this notes page, to explain how you can get those cards if you don't have any. Now, with the results sheet, if you're playing away, if you're playing at home, well, that's how the sheet will look, and the visiting team will have to either have stick information on here or write it in. Now, what I'm suggesting is that if you're playing away, where those dotted lines are, you cut out one piece of paper which contains all that information, and another piece of paper that cuts out all, covers all that information. So you take them with you when you're playing away, and you just stick them over here on the opposing team's sheet, and it's all finished. No handwriting whatsoever. No, those bits of paper and a glue stick. Now, in the past, I have had scroll available for district pennants, ladies' pennants, and I had special stickers, but unfortunately those stickers aren't large enough to be able to do the job now. So rather than try and source new stickers, I think this will be the easiest way for everybody to do it if they want to. As I said, if you want to change anything at all, you don't go to these sheets, you change everything at the front. Now, that's basically it if you're only going to do the blank cards and the result sheets and stickers for the cards. Now, if you want to use the weekly records facility, you go to the player list tab. Oh, yeah. And the first thing you do is save this file as, let's say, ladies Edelong round number 1. And you then left click in here, left click in this cell, hold down your left key and drag across like that and highlight all of that information. You do a right click in the highlighted area, you do a left click on copy, and then you come over to the weekly records and you go to round 1, you left click in that cell, you do a right click, you do paste special, you do values. Now, what that has done is transferred the grading for all the players who played in the first round. So you can keep a record of where your players have played. Now, this number here is red because I've got this set up as having 5 sides. Well, obviously we've only done one side, and you need to put a 1 in there, and then the sheet will be only looking for 8 entries, which it's got, and that won't be read. So if you've done your update here and you've got that set up properly for the number of sides that you've got playing, and you've got a red figure here, that means that you haven't got all the names here that you've got on your Pennant teams. So you'll have to find which name is missing. Now, this information can be printed, and it looks like that. There's four sheets there, but you can cut it back. Gives you the grading for each round. The card stickers I've shown you, print them and just cut that little bit out and take it with you if you want to use it on the opposing's cards. The results sheets, if you're playing at home, just print them up, and the opposition put their information on there. Cards rear, you just get you blank cards and put a whole stack through and print the results on the back. And for the blank cards front, you only need to put in as many cards as you've got teams. So to do that, if you've only got 2 sides, which means you've got 4 teams, go on File, Print, and you click on here, Pages from 1 to 4. So then you'll only do 4 cards. That's 2 sides. That's about it. I will put my phone number on the notes page and my email address. So if you've got any problems, don't hesitate to call me. I hope that helps.